Texas Math Mundo audience, are we in store for a treat today? In the house is the 2003 State 5A UIL number sense state champion, Danny Davila, a proud Edinburg North Cougar. He was also a member of the 2001, 2002, and 2003 state championship number sense teams. Again, a proud Edinburg North Cougar, Danny Davila, right ahead. Let me take a quick moment and ask that if you enjoy this content, that you please hit the subscription button and the notification bell, that you leave a comment below, and you smash that like button. Let's spread this joy, let's spread this beauty to as many people as possible. The 2003 UIL number sense class 5A state champion, Danny Davila, right ahead. My name is Saul Cantu, and this is Texas Math Mundo. Texas Math Mundo audience, are we in store for a treat today? In the house, the 2003 State UIL 5A number sense champion, back when there was only 5A, Danny Davila, a proud Edinburg North Cougar, also a member of the state number sense championship teams in 2001, 2002, and 2003. Again, a proud Edinburg North Cougar, Danny Davila, in the house. Welcome, Danny.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cantu. I'm very honored to be here. I'm super excited. I just met you a couple weeks ago, and what you're doing is amazing, so I'm glad to be here.
Hey, thank you. And it's always my honor and my privilege, my pleasure to interview state champions, man. They know that you were the top of the mountain, man. 2003, top of the mountain, state champion 5A. And so it's always my pleasure to tell your story and give some insight. So I look forward to it.
Oh, thank you.
I look forward to it. So,
yes, sir.
So let's start off. How are you doing? What are you up to nowadays?
So, great question. Right now, I currently am a choir director for 6th through 8th grade in Northeast ISD at Garner Middle School. And this is my 13th year as a teacher, as a choir teacher. So,
really?
Yeah, and
You're a choir director. Northeast ISD, is that San Antonio?
Yes. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, San Antonio. It's one of the many, many districts in San Antonio, you know, Northeast, North Side, San Antonio, Southwest, all of those.
So is choir a passion of yours? Is that a passion?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's been a passion since I was really in high school. In middle school, I wasn't in choir, actually. I was in band. But I used to sing at church choir. My family got me involved in it. And then in high school, I ended up joining choir as well. And yeah, it's been a passion of mine. Choir, music in general, band, classical music, jazz. I love music, so yes.
Really? Really?
Yes, sir.
And when not working, what are your hobbies and interests?
Okay, so these are kind of newer hobbies. Well, one of my oldest hobbies is I'm a gamer, video games. Yeah, kind of nerdy, but yeah, I love retro games from the 80s and
Which
90s.
ones?
Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega Master System. I mean, stuff after that as well. Like I have a Switch and stuff too. But so that's one of my huge hobbies. And then a more recent one that I picked up is a card game called Magic the Gathering, which you may have heard of. Yeah, and that's been around since the 90s, but it keeps me on my toes and thinking, critically thinking, and it keeps me socially involved at the game store. And yeah, I love playing and I love being around people and just having fun. So
Oh, that
yeah,
sounds
those
like
are
a
my.
lot of fun, man. I've seen the kids, even my generation, play with those magic cards. I don't know what they are,
Oh
but I've
yeah.
seen them play with them. They really prize them. They prize them. So
Oh yeah, yeah. They actually have collecting value nowadays too. Some of the original cards are hundreds or thousands of dollars from the 90s and stuff. So,
hey,
but yeah, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, I see you have an NFL cap. If you turn it around, please tell me it's the Texans.
I'm not gonna turn it around right now because my hair is awful. But I'm sorry to say this. I'm a Cowboys fan through
Oh,
and through.
that's all right. I'll let it slide.
Born and raised, but it is Texan, and we're UIL here, so I think Cowboys or the Texans
Hey,
is fine.
the whole valley, man, is Cowboy fans, so I understand. I have
Yeah,
family down there, so I understand.
yeah, I couldn't escape it.
It's a generational thing, father to son, son. So
Yeah, it is.
it
That's what's
really
crazy
is.
about the NFL, for sure, for sure.
They live and breathe the Cowboys down there, man. They live and breathe the Cowboys. I understand. I understand.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And you got the blue jean shorts and the
Exactly.
jersey, and the haircut, and everything.
I understand, man.
Oh,
So I want to know a little bit about you, and then we're gonna get into your UIL experience. But where are you from? Born and raised, and what's your cultural heritage?
okay, so I was born in McAllen, Texas, but raised in Edinburg, Texas, and I was there from birth until 18, and I went off to college. My cultural heritage or ethnicity would be Hispanic or I guess Mexican American, but I think of myself as American. I was
Yeah,
born here. I'm not from Mexico, but
exactly.
yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but
It does.
yeah.
It does. So, state champion. When did you realize that you had mathematical talent?
Oh my man, this is actually a really interesting question because I don't think I felt like I was good at math for most of my young life. I remember my mom's a teacher, by the way. My both of my parents were teachers, but I remember in the summer my mom and my brothers really having to work with me just to get the multiplication. What do you call it? Tables, 3 times 5, and all this stuff because I couldn't do it. I guess I couldn't do it on my own, but they spent time helping me. And then I have other memories in fifth grade struggling with what seemed like basic concepts. And so I don't know. Then all of a sudden, at some point, maybe in junior high, I got better at it because then freshman year, I had a wonderful teacher, Mr. Guerra, and he was my geometry teacher. And that's when I really, I don't know if it was him and his personality and his passion for math, or if something just lit up inside of me and I just got so into geometry and the geometry proofs. And it seemed like he had an interesting problem and an extra credit problem like every week. And my like I got joy from doing that problem and trying to solve his extra credit problems. And I felt like I was good at it. So it's really interesting. I don't know when it happened. I don't
Mr.
know.
Guerra, Mr. Guerra, ninth grade geometry is when you really start to feel, you start to get an interest.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, at yeah, Edinburg North teacher. I'm not sure if he's still there, Mr. Guerra, but he was just a real special person. Made me smile every day, and maybe that's what did it. Maybe it was something else, but that's the memory I have. So that's what I'll say.
So, what was your introduction to competitive mathematics?
Okay, so after having his class in ninth grade and really enjoying it, then there was another kid at my school who was a senior. I was a freshman, and his name, I think you probably heard it before, is Danny Canales. And he was in choir with me, and he made it to all-state choir, and he was good at everything. But I remember that Mr. Garza had said he did so good at regionals. He got like 382 at regionals, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, he's amazing!" And I was like, "Oh wow, like that's pretty cool." And I was like, "Huh." I wonder if I could do that. I know him. He's a cool guy, smart guy. We're both in choir, but maybe I could do that too. And so I guess seeing him kind of inspired me to want to try it. I was like, I think I could do that. And the next year, I had Mr. Garza for Algebra 2. And I guess he had either seen me in class or heard about me from Mr. Guerra. And he himself asked me. And then with me having that feeling and that motivation from seeing Danny Canales, I just tried it. And then, of course, Mr. Garza, then as soon as I said yes, he took off running with me and giving me tests and, hey, can you know how to do this problem? You know how to do this trick? And then I just got into it. It was really it's like solving a puzzle. Every single trick you learn and every single new thing is like a puzzle. And it gave me just a little bit of joy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it was Garza. I think it was Garza and the combination of him and Danny Canales that. And I mean, I bet you if you talk to him, you'd be like, what? Like,
Who, Danny?
did I do? Yeah, like, did I do that? I didn't know I did that, but in my head, that's what happened.
Yeah. You know, people don't know the impact they have on other people. You know,
Exactly.
They just don't know. Wow.
Yes.
So the year 2003. What was Edinburg North High School like? What do you remember about those years?
2003. That would be, and you mean like 2002, 2003, or you mean
those
just
high
that?
school years. And what was Edinburg North like? And what do you remember about those years?
Okay. I think what I remember most is that, and I don't know how it is nowadays, but I just remember being like that. Sorry, that every organization, no matter what it was, seemed competitive. It's at a high level, whether it was the band, the choir, the orchestra, academics, sports. It just seemed like if you were going to be in something, you were going to have to do it at a high level. And the one thing that I think still sticks out to me the most is that the teachers at Edinburg North at the time, and some of them are still there to this day, just they had such high expectations and such passion, and that the AP results, the of course star, but the AP, the high level things, SATs, everything was just great results because the teachers were just so competent. And I just think it's so rare to have a group of teachers be good, like in every single subject. But that's what it felt like at Edinburg North. I mean, the AP scores were off the charts because the teachers were so good and passionate about their subjects. And I just think that's really hard to accomplish for a school. But that's what Edinburg North had, and I assume it still has that if they're still going to regionals and going to stated stuff. So
wow.
Yeah.
So it was a great academic environment there.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Off the charts. Those teachers, those teachers molded me, inspired me, and they gave me something to look forward to every single day to come to school, to be in their class.
Wow. That's great. Do you remember your teammates, your coaches? Would you like to give a shout out to them or any other pivotal figures that helped you succeed?
Yes, and do you mean specifically for academics?
For anything to help you inspire. You can tell me a choir guy who inspired you. That's fine.
Okay.
Whoever inspired you in those days.
All right. So for UIL academics, Mr. Garza, phenomenal coach, legendary as you've said. He got me into the science and math part of my career in high school. And along with him, a bunch of other teachers, Mr. Ramirez, I might not remember their first names, but Mr. Ramirez, my computer science teacher, Mr. Alvarado, my calculus, AB and BC teacher, Mr. Ballesteros, Mr. Gonzalez, us chemistry and physics, Miss Abrego, my biology teacher. Yeah, they were just all my AP teachers, and they were phenomenal. For my teammates, let's see. So it was Chris, David, Victor, my first year, and then my last 2 years, I believe Eloy, Ralph, Carlos, Adrian, and so many others. But those were the main ones that were close to me, I would say, and that pushed me. And we competed against each other and motivated each other, every single week. So yeah, those were the ones for UIL math. And I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. So if you're watching and I forgot you, I'm so sorry. There's just too many people who have had a part in my success and in my motivation. But yeah, those are the main ones for math and science.
I do have a question. I know that tragedy struck the team. There was a death. Did that impact you at all?
Yes. So Victor Alcala passed away my junior year, and it was very sad too. It was just a couple of days after September 11th as well. So we were all hurting so bad, as you can imagine. It was a difficult time for the whole nation. But he passed away, and a lot of us, or actually, I think Mr. Garza had told me too, and he said it on your last interview. He was unsure of, like, man, I don't know if I can do this anymore. This hurts so bad. I don't remember this, but he says that I told him, like, Mr. Garza, Victor would want us to keep going. He would want us to compete. He would want us to succeed. And we got to do this for him. And to me, that sounds like a really beautiful mindset that a young person has, And nowadays, I'm like, I said that, but yeah, it definitely did motivate us, and we ended up winning that year. And I have no doubt that he would have probably got first place again, because he had got first place as a sophomore. Like, wow. It's so ridiculous. First place, 5A, state of Texas, as a sophomore. So it had a huge impact on us, but ultimately I think it motivated us, and it was positive for us, and we still honor his memory to this day. We love him very much.
Awesome. Did you have any rivalries in those days? Either individual rivals or rival schools? Like, what schools were you all watching out for?
Okay, so I was I was thinking about this question. This past weekend, I went to regionals at UTSA, and I saw someone who I considered my rival. I don't think he considered me his rival. He was much bigger than me, but it was a man named Oscar Santos.
Oh, Oscar. I know Oscar.
Yeah, everybody knows him. He was good at everything, math, calculator, number sense, getting first at everything, and probably more than that too. I don't know his full story, but in number sense, I was trying to reach him every single time that we competed. I wanted to beat him so badly, and he was getting 382s and 400s. I thought this one meet, I don't remember what school it was, just a invitational, but I got a 391, I think, and I was like, this is the time I got him, and nope, he got a 400.
Really?
So, yes. Wow. So he was just, oh my God, he's amazing. And
9-time state champion.
That's right.
State champion, so.
That's right. So I don't feel bad for losing to him, but I was trying to chase him, and finally, on the very last time, my senior year, I was able to get a better score than him at state.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the one that Mr. Garza said, sorry, everybody, I'm sorry to toot my own horn, but this is the one time I can talk about myself in UIL. So my senior year, 2003, I got a 350, broke 300, and then the next score was in the 200s at state. So yeah, so I was proud of that, and that was the one time I beat him.
Oscar is now coaching at PSGA.
Yes.
Arch rival to Edinburg North.
Yeah.
Arch rivals.
That's right. Yeah, they are still rivals, but it's a good rivalry, and I enjoyed seeing him, and we chatted a little bit last time, and I gave a big round of applause for him and the other coach that's been there for a long time. I'm so proud of them too.
Yes, exactly. Good coaches.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all just do number sets, or did you use calculator also? Did you do calculator?
So when I was there was really pretty much we focused on number sense. We didn't really have a stable math or calculator team, but I did try to pick up math and calculator. Math was the second best one I was at, and I almost made it to state my senior year. I missed it by 2 points, and this is one that still kills me to this day because I scratched out an answer, and for whatever reason, instead of like really trying to scratch it out, it just kind of went like this.
Uh-huh.
And so then when they're grading it, the guy was like, "I'm sorry, that's a D," and I was like, "No, I scratched it out. Sorry, it's a D." And so because of that, I didn't make it to state.
Wow.
And so calculator, no, I didn't have a chance. We didn't practice that at all. But I did make it to state in science.
Oh.
And I got sixth place in science.
Wow.
So yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. Great teachers, by the way, in science. So.
What is your most memorable moment or moments from those years? Is it having that gold medal wrapped around your neck? What is the most memorable moment?
That was a good moment, but no, I think my favorite moments, there's just a few that stand out. Memories of me and the guys and the teachers playing basketball.
Oh, really?
Sometimes we'd go to a trip to state or regionals or just a random meet, and we'd end up finding a basketball court and playing basketball together. And I cherish those moments, things like that. Like just, go ahead.
Does Garza got game?
Garza has a lot of game, and all those math teachers I was telling you about, They all have game.
Really?
And they would play us in basketball, and they would whoop us because there were these old guys who used to play, and they were like this tall, but they had skill and they like knew each other's moves. Then you had to pick and roll with each other, play defense, play dirty defense sometimes, step on our shoes, but. But they are good, man. They don't play anymore, but they love to play with their students too and have fun. And so that's the number one memory I have. But then there's just other random memories of late nights practicing with the team, eating pizza. Garza would always buy us pizza. There's one more that I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, I have this memory of going to UTRGV.
Okay.
But it used to be Pan Am.
Yeah.
And we would go to those, there's like a special pre-presentation, SAC, I think.
Oh, yes.
Is that what it's called?
Conference, yes.
Yeah. So we would go to those conferences, and it was before school. And I don't know what it was. It just felt really special, just being with the crew, being with the teachers. And so those are the little memories I remember. I don't really, the medals and everything is great. The winning is great, but it's the being with the team, and Mr. Garza brought us together. So
awesome. How does it feel to be a state champion? Nobody can ever take that away from you. You are a state champion. How's that feel?
So it feels good. It definitely, like, nowadays. Obviously, I'm an adult, and so not a lot of people look at that and like, oh, you're a state champion, but at least like it makes me know that if I put my mind to something that I can achieve it, even whether it was back then or today. But it really feels special when I go visit to those meets and I go see all the old coaches and old competitors and rivals, and then we can laugh and we feel accomplished together, and that's when it feels the most special. Right. But I think basically for me and for others, it just feels that, and it is that if you put your mind to it, if you really want to achieve something and you put the work in, you got to put the work on, and nothing's guaranteed, of course. So I consider myself lucky. I was in the right situation at the right time, at the right school with the right coach. But if you put the work in, you can earn these big recognitions and you can go far and you can change the world, as they say. So I don't know. That's what it means to me. Yeah.
Where do you keep that gold medal?
I thought about bringing it.
You should have.
I know. I'm sorry. Maybe we can Maybe I can send you some pictures, but I forgot. I have it somewhere in the closet. It's in a
Closet. That belongs prominently displayed for the public to view, man.
Oh
That
my
needs to be
gosh.
prominently displayed in some sort of shadow box or some sort of a ceiling thing. It needs to be prominently displayed. That's special. Hey, it's special.
It is special, and sorry, I think maybe it should be maybe I should give it to Edinburg North. And they can put it in their trophy case or something.
It's
But
special, man.
I don't have a family yet, but I do like imagine that in the future, when I start a family, that I would be able to show my kids, be like, this is what you can achieve,
Yeah, exactly.
and show others. But for me, looking at them for myself, it's kind of like, oh, it's good, but I really want to share it with others. So that's why I don't have them up yet. But I promise that someday I'll put them up, not for you, for me. Or I don't know what I'm saying.
No, that's great. That's great. Great.
Yeah.
Where did you go to college and the degree you earned?
Okay, so this is an interesting topic. So actually, I applied to I applied to three schools: Caltech, MIT, and UT Science, or what, I don't know what it was. UT Austin, but their Department of Science. And I got into all three. Yeah, I was super excited about that. And I felt very blessed to be accepted into those schools. I ended up choosing Caltech because the teacher to student ratio was really nice, of having less students per teacher, and they just showed a lot of interest in me. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll go to this school. And so I went there for a year, but I quickly found out that, I don't know, it wasn't for me. I do want to say this for everybody listening.
Yes.
I found out something about myself in college, and that is that the motivation I had for UIL, it was difficult for me to keep up in college. And the primary reason is, I think a lot of the motivation I had was extrinsic in high school and not from inside. And so I was trying to win, I was trying to win and be the top, which is good, good. But I found it difficult to find the motivation that I just want to learn science and math for me, for my education and for my sake. And so it wasn't for me. And I quickly found out that, I was drawing towards music. I was really looking forward to choir every week when I was at Caltech, and not so much the other stuff. So eventually, like in February, I decided to change direction and put music as my major. So I ended up coming to UTSA, which I'm still here in San Antonio. And I graduated in 2009 from UTSA with music education.
All right.
So,
all right.
Yeah, and a lot of flip-flopping too. I was very young and I didn't know what I was doing, but I wanted to be a pharmacist. I wanted to be a chemist. I wanted to be a computer science, like everything. Until finally I hammered down, like, this is what I want to do. I want to teach children. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And did your UIL experience help you with your path?
Oh yeah, for sure. What I'm most amazed from UIL is the amount of knowledge that I got, and it wasn't just in academics. Like I said, I was in band and choir. I learned so much about so many things that at UTSA I was able to skip out of so many classes because I already had all this knowledge. The knowledge that UIL academics imparts on you is huge. Like, some of these topics are college level, beyond college level topics, and so I was super prepared for college.
All right.
I did know how to put in the time and effort as well. So yeah, UIL has just been great for me overall, and also the team aspect of it, team building, character building, and all that. Yeah, totally great for me. So.
Do you ever return to Edinburg North High School?
Okay, so you're gonna be mad at me, but the last time I was there was probably like in 2012, maybe. It's been a while, and mostly because my parents don't live there anymore. In Edinburg, they live in Falfurrias, which is a little small town on the way.
281.
281, where the Border Patrol station is. So I haven't even gone to the valley in like years. But I used to go back to help Garza with the young guys and you know, help them learn, help teach them the tricks and everything, and just motivate them. And I haven't been in a while, but I used to love going back.
Hey, well, I was
Yeah,
impressed. You were with the team at Team NCAA State this year.
yeah, well, yeah, and again, I'm gonna keep crediting that to Garza. I mean, how am I supposed to know about that unless he reaches out towards me? I mean, this guy is just all about people and
Great.
people succeeding and family. And so, you know, he considers me family. So he texts me, "Hey, we're gonna be here." So I show up. I want to go see him, and I want to go meet the new guys and see my old teachers and stuff. So I was there, and then this past weekend, they had the regionals, and they got first place. So they're going to state.
Hey,
Yeah, all sophomores and one freshman.
they got a couple of great sophomores. They're trying to
Yes,
eclipse your legacy.
they
Edgar
will. I hope
Rivas,
they do.
Joseph Abenoja, Edgar Rivas. They
Yes.
got some good guys, man.
Yes, and by the way, these guys are not just smart. They are like, uh, what's the word? They're young gentlemen who are polite, friendly, personality, hard workers, and they made me laugh the entire time I was around them. So these guys are amazing, and like I said, I hope they eclipse my what I accomplish. That's always our goal, right, for the future, for people to keep building upon. And so I hope they eclipse it and then some, and I'll shake their hand and go like, "You're awesome, bro." Yeah.
Well said, Danny. Well said. Well said, Danny. Well said. What do you value the most about your UIL journey?
Say it again.
What do you value the most about your UIL journey?
What do I value the most of my UIL journey? That's a tough question. I don't know if I can answer that 100% with 100% confidence. I think, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I really just feel like it's the people. That's what I value the most. I mean, it's the moments, it's the feelings, it's the memories, it's the people. I could come up here and say it's that, you know, that we won state, or, you know, or I got to state and did this, and those are good things, but those are not going to stay with me the rest of my life. It's the people who have made me a better person, and all the people that helped me get to achieve those things are the things that stay with me and I value the most. And that's not just for academics. Again, that's in choir and band. I mean, there's a bunch of accolades for band as well. We made it to state in band, in choir, you know, all state in choir. There's just so many things, and all the people that kept me going and that I formed relationships with. I'll never forget those people, even if I still don't talk. I may not talk to them to this day because there's so many of them, but those memories. I mean, I might have a dream tonight about one of those people, and I mean, like, hey, you know, my day might go a little better from something that they helped me with or told me about in high school. So, yeah.
Awesome, 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 awesome. What advice do you have for the students of today that may come across this interview?
So students, specifically in high school or at any level?
Yeah, well, any level, but probably high school guys who will watch this video. What advice do you have for the students of today that might come across this video?
Okay. So all I can speak from is my experience, and in my experience, my struggles that I went through was doing and you know, trying to do things and achieve things for external reasons rather than for internal reasons. And like I said, when I got to college, I really struggled because a lot of my reasons, it was kind of immature I'm not trying to make this a negative video or anything, but a lot of my reasons for trying to win state and all those things were to like, hey, everybody, look at, like, I'm the top. Yeah. I'm the top. And so it was external. It was to show others instead of me wanting to achieve for myself and to better and to help others. It was to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think if you're a young person, it's okay to want to be the top. It's okay to want to achieve. Those are all good things, but just start trying to think about, okay, what am I going to do for myself so that I become a better person, or for my education, or for my future, or what can I do to help others? And I don't think I had that when I got into college, and that's why I really, really struggled at first. So I think if you can take anything from that, try to do things from inside, or you know, or for your faith or something, but not just so that you can be on top of everybody, because that didn't help me. That was a big struggle.
You know, that's a fascinating answer to me. You know, the intrinsic motivation versus extrinsic motivation. That's really a fascinating perspective. Interesting. That's interesting stuff, man.
Yeah, and I hope it does benefit someone. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with wanting to
Yeah, sure.
achieve, and yeah, like there's nothing wrong with that. But just something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, what does the future hold for you, Danny Davila, the 2003 state champion in number sense?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't 100% know the answer to that. You know, only God does. God willing, I'll have many, many years on this earth to help others, and to inspire and to be inspired. But for the time being, I don't know what tomorrow holds. I have thought about. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I have thought about, you know, what would it be like to be a UIL math coach? And of course, my teachers, every time they see me, like this past weekend, they're like, you need to, you know, come back to Edinburg North, and you're going to be the next number sense coach or math. And Mr. Garza's like, oh, if you became a math coach here in San Antonio, I'd be afraid of you. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know, but I have thought about it. It would be a lot of fun, but I don't know. I can't see it right now, but I'll never say no. It's always a possibility. But for right now, I just want to keep growing as a person. I want to keep trying to make my life about helping others, my students, friends, family, people I don't know, and that I think that's my major motivation. And I'm a man of faith, and I hope to grow in that faith as well. Those are the big things for me, at least right now. But I'm enjoying my job teaching kids music. I love what I do, and so I'll probably be doing that for a while. But who knows? Wherever God takes me, and I'll leave it at that.
Well said. Well said, man. Well said. Any parting words or final thoughts as we conclude this interview?
Sure. First, you know, I just want to say thank you to you, Mr. Cantu. You were super friendly when I met you a couple weeks ago, or I don't remember how long ago it was. But what you're doing here on this channel is awesome. I wish it was around when I was in high school. It would have been one more thing to motivate me. So thank you. I also want to say just thank you to all the people who have helped me get here, especially my family, so many people in my family, my teachers, my best friends, and I have a men's group that I attend that helps me get through life. And so there's just so many people I don't have time to thank, but most of all, I want to thank God for what He's given me, because if I feel, and this is just me saying this, but I feel like if He hadn't have put me in the right situation or made me how He made me, then I wouldn't have been able to achieve any of this. You know what I'm saying? And so I thank God first and foremost, and then, you know, everybody else He's put in my life.
Great parting thought, Danny Davila. You know, I met you at Timothy State, and I really dig the vibe you're putting out. You put out a very positive vibe, energetic vibe, of this great smile. So I really appreciate your energy. I really appreciate you sharing your UIL story. Now that name in the archive got to face, man. Now that and you know, let me say something, man. I believe what you say when it's about people. So I hope you consider me a friend. I'm in Houston. You know, you're ever in this part of the woods, send me a text, give me a call. Let's go get some tacos. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So
heck yeah, I'm always down for tacos.
You know? And
Yes.
yes, hey, and you're part of that Edinburg North Cougar legacy, man, that continues strong today. And
Oh yeah.
UIL is such a beautiful thing, right? The grander scheme of
Yes.
things, and you're a state
Yes.
champion, a part of that lineage. So, Danny,
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it. I hope our paths cross soon. I wish you
It
the
will.
very best, and farewell, buddy.
You too. Thank you so much. God bless you, and we will get tacos.
Hey, absolutely. Thank you. Farewell, buddy. Take care. Wow, what a great interview. Danny Davila has such great energy, puts out such great vibes. I really appreciate him sharing his story. The 2003 UIL Class 5A #10 state champion, a proud Edinburg North Cougar, Danny Davila. Thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate it. Let me take a quick moment and ask that if you enjoy this content, that you please hit the subscription button and the notification bell, that you leave a comment below, and that you smash that like button. It really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. Let's spread this joy, let's spread this beauty to as many people as possible. I have many wonderful things in store for this channel, and I truly appreciate your support. My name is Saul Cantu, and this is Texas Math Mundo.